Hello and welcome to our guide on the Strata Building Bond and Inspection Scheme, which is also known as Part 11 of the Strata Schemes Management Act 2015. In this recording, we will explain what the bond scheme is, the process, and cover off some other additional information. Now, the Strata Building Bond Inspection Scheme, or SBBIS, applies to apartment buildings 4 stories or higher, and the scheme ensures accountability for building quality in new strata developments. Now, what is the scheme? It's essentially where a building bond must be paid by the developer of the scheme to New South Wales Fair Trading and serves as a security for rectifying defects. Now, the bond is currently 2% of the total contract price and increases to 3% from 1 July 2025. Now, what is the contract price? Well, basically, it's the total cost of building work at the point just before applying for an occupation certificate, including all variations, additions, and applicable GST. It also covers a wide range of costs such as construction, demolition, excavation, car parking, landscaping, common property features, professional fees, and taxes. Now, if there's no formal contract in place or if the parties are related, for example, where a developer is also the builder, the price of the bond must be verified in a cost report by an independent quantity surveyor. Now, the purpose of the bond, it's used to fix defects found during defect inspections under the bond scheme. If no defects or rectifications are needed, the bond is simply returned to the developer. Now, there's 2 main portals being used here. The New South Wales Planning Portal is used by the developer to lodge the bond, and then the Strata Hub is used for stages 2 to 8, and the entire process is tracked using this system. Now, what is the process? Well, basically, there are 8 stages to the scheme, commencing with the lodgement of the bond. Now, here the owners' corporations need to be aware of their obligations, particularly surrounding providing access for inspections and the rectification of defects. Stages 1 to 8 appear here on the screen, starting with the building lodgement, moving to the inspector appointment, the interim inspection and report, rectifying defective building work, moving on to stage 5 where the final inspection report is issued, then determine cost of rectification under stage 6, paying the building bond, stage 7, and the process is completed under stage 8. So let's get into the detail. Stage 1 is where the building bond is lodged. The developer registers the project and lodges the bond. Lodgement occurs again through the New South Wales Planning Portal. Under stage 2, an inspector is appointed. Now, the developer identifies their chosen inspector within 12 months of the work being completed. Inspection is to be paid for by the developer, and the owners' corporation choose to decide at a general meeting as to whether they approve of that inspector or not. If they do not approve of the inspector, the matter is handed back to New South Wales Government and an alternative inspector may be chosen. Stage 3, an interim inspection. Now, this occurs between 15 and 18 months after the completion of the building. The inspector conducts an inspection of the common areas and the individual lots and submits a report on any defects. Under stage 4, the builder gets an opportunity to rectify the defects between 18 and 24 months post-completion of the building. The builder must rectify any defects identified in the interim report, and owners need to give access for the works. Under stage 5, the inspector returns and conducts a final inspection and report. Now, this is completed between 21 and 24 months after the building is complete. The inspector performs the final inspection and submits an updated report outlining what defects have been rectified and what remains outstanding. Under stage 6, the costs of the outstanding defects are determined. Stage 7, paying the bond. The bond is used to pay for the rectification of the outstanding defects. The final payment should occur between 2 to 3 years after completion of the building. Under stage 8, once the defects are completed and rectified by the owners' corporation, any unused bond amount is returned to the developer. If you require any other additional information or further details, feel free to visit the New South Wales Government website, or for queries on bond increases or compliance, contact Building Commission New South Wales. Some additional information here. Reports generated under the scheme do not belong to the owners' corporation. Now, The owner's corporation, if they choose to litigate for outstanding building defects, must obtain their own professional reports. Also, the inspectors must be on a panel registered with the New South Wales Government. Completion of the building work is based on the occupation certificate issued for the scheme. Notification of the stages is facilitated by electronic means by the Strata Hub. Thank you so much for listening to our video. If you have any questions, feel free to reach out. Thank you so much.